we've also been hearing that Borrego's already been meeting with individuals, including Trey Murphy. You have to take into account that a Borrego is going to make this offense better. It was bad last year, and there were points where, and I get it, Zion's missing time, Brandon's missing time, and stay healthy, things like that. But there was never an identity, right? If there's an identity moving forward with this group, how good can this offense be? We just named all the talent. It's not like Herb Jones is a shitty player. He's a really good player. He can score. He averaged 10 points last year. Like, people are sleeping on that. He averaged double digits last year as a sixth option on the team. What do you think Borrego can do for this offense?
He can help. He can help organize them. He can help. I think he can help make. He can break some structure. Some sense of structure and principles that, even if we're talking about a team, which I think a team that has missed so much time with playing together, they kind of need, right? They need things to be able to fall back on because they don't have years. And for the starting lineup we're talking about, they only have 10 games of playing together, right? I mean, that's crazy. Like, Herb Jones has played 30 games with Zion, like in total.
Yeah. No, 29 technically. Well, jeez, no, because Herb missed like 4 or 5 games. He got hurt early in the year.
Yeah, right.
So it's not just 20 something.
Yeah, it's not just the starting lineup. It's a lot of your impactful players that haven't played with a lot of different players that are, that are going to be, essential in your progress. So you bring in an offensive coordinator of sorts, or someone who has principles, things that he's known for, things that you can fall back on. That's also going to magnify the strengths of your best players. Who's not going to like that? How can that not make you better? And I think it's like for a rookie quarterback. Look, I mean, a lot of times, they tell them, yo, man, just focus on these 2 reads. Yeah. And that don't work. Check down, run, throw it away. And then you slowly start to build confidence. You slowly start to build that chemistry because, man, we watched when this team was healthy. It wasn't many games, but I watched them go out against Trailblazers and the Golden State Warriors and just look unorganized and not know what they were doing offensively, not knowing how to get the best out of each other. They just didn't. Zion's in the post. JV's in the dunking spot. Brandon has the ball trying to get to the area. It's a fucking mess. Yeah. It's a fucking mess. It's a mess. Like that. I think getting Borrego in, who has a chance to, who's seen what this team has looked like from the outside. Now he gets a chance to talk to some of these players directly and put together a vision that's just going to help and simplify things for a group of individuals that just don't have a bunch of experience playing together, but have the talent that can go who knows how far.
I agree with everything you just said. I like the point he just made about rookie quarterbacks, because I think when you get to a professional level, I watched this with, I'm going to just stick with football. I've watched this with Sean Payton, where I feel like Sean at some point always wanted to prove he was the smartest guy in the room. And the simple play would be right there, but we're going to run a double reverse on 3rd and 1 just to get the people going. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like basketball is the same way. Yo, like, you don't got to oversimplify this. The game is so simple. You literally take advantage of mismatches. You take advantage of the mismatch. It's not there, reset it. You got a mismatch, or you want to create a mismatch, set a pick for them. You know what I'm saying? Like, you literally can make the game as simple as you want the game to be. The game is nobody wants to guard multiple actions. Nobody wants to guard multiple actions. Justin's moving this way, Chris is moving this way. We setting back picks, we cutting around, we coming back to the corner. Like, dog, nobody wants to guard that. If you're gonna make it easy for guys to guard and have them standing flat foot stationary on the perimeter, who, especially a guy who that's not his best skill, dog, you're gonna make yourself so easy to guard. And you saw that. That's what happened. Oh man, I'm not. Yeah, go ahead, do your thing. I'm gonna turn my back to you. But if you turn around and you have that guy, like you saw Trey, I mean, Herb, the last, let's say the last 2 months for Herb, I feel like he had a slow start to the season. I feel like he turned it around. He played much better. I'm saying too much, but it started before that. But I feel like in the last 2 months, he really shined. Herb found his confidence. Basketball is a thing. We talk about Dyson, right? Basketball is all about confidence. Life is all about confidence. Like if you don't have the confidence in your abilities, you go get on there, you go look like shit. Same way with the coaching staff, right? If the communication is breaking down, what we worked on isn't working, and we just standing there at that point. Like Chris said with the Golden State game, right? You got two large human beings double parked in the same spot. They just standing there, like, and nobody's correcting. There was no, like, even on the coaching staff's part, right? There wasn't a time. Hey, look, come here. Let's fix this. Let's get guys in the right spot. I feel like having Borrego on the staff is going to help with that. But also, I'm gonna shoot Willie some bell. I feel like a third-year Willie Green is gonna be comfortable in his position of no, I don't like that. No, let's do this. Let's do this another way. And I'm really happy. I know we talked about this, but I'm really happy Willie he's getting to pick who he wants. I'm really happy about that. The last thing for me is they just got to iron out the center situation. I feel what Chris is saying, but I do think you need a primary big at some point just to take the brunt of punishment, because it's going to be guys who you run into. You know, again, nobody's going to guard Embiid. Nobody's going to guard Jokic. Hell, nobody go guard.
Yeah, Cody Zeller.
I mean, look.
If you're talking about like taking the brunt of it, I'm not saying Cody Zeller's a starter.
Huh? You still have Jonas. Like
yeah, you do have Jonas.
At that point, Jonas is your sixth.
Oh, that's crazy. Why
Jonas is 6 minutes?
Jonas not here. Like, that's crazy.
I saw a stat earlier today. I don't know exactly. It was post up plus field goal percentage. And I think Jonas Valanciunas was 4th in the league, only trailing Anthony Davis, Nikola Jokic, and Joel Embiid. Like, the guy's a top 10 center in the league, and we're acting like he's shit.
I wish I could say I'm shocked. Like, I wish I could say that was a shocking stat to me.
Hey, they don't get him the ball. I mean, hell, maybe if Jonas is still on this team by the time the season starts, maybe Borrego is Jonas's best friend. Maybe that helps him get the basketball more. Maybe just simply taking advantage of the right matchup, the right play, running shit back consistently if it's working, picking on weaker defenders consistently over and over versus just ISO ball and just lack of creativity. Like that's I mean, it's just a little bit more creativity in this offense is extremely better. No matter who's out there, if your main 3 guys are even without them, like even without Zion, with CJ with 8 fingers and one shoulder, and Brandon Ingram and Trey, that offense still should have looked better than it did.
We talk, and y'all both make great points, because I talk about this all the time. It's so easy. Anybody can guard somebody that's stationary. I could guard Herb Jones if he's standing there. What made Herb Jones so much better is that you saw him more at the top of the key and then also slot cutting. And I feel like Borrego, these are just simple adjustments. These aren't like, I don't need the triangle offense or what the Warriors run or whatever they do. It's space and pace. And that's what I think Borrego, it's nonstop movement. And that's what we didn't have last year. It was always, Herb and whoever stay in the corner and let Zion, Brandon, CJ go. And I feel like Borrego is going to bring just a different element to that, because they have talent.
And look, I'm not trying to make Borrego out to be the savior here, because I don't think any one person is capable of fixing an entire situation. But I'll say this: you got guys who were in a system last year, and for a large part of it, because 1 and 14 were out for a lot of the time. For a large part of it, the system was a cluster. the whole thing was just it was a cluster. No, you can see nobody knew what to do at certain points, especially when Jose got hurt, who was basically the only floor general on the team, right? It went back to ISO ball. And, ISO ball it does not win in the NBA. You can look at, I'm talking about the greatest seasons in NBA history. James Harden put up 60-point triple doubles with 20 assists and 15 rebounds, right? But in the grand scheme of things, when it's time to get to the business in the Western Conference semis or the Western Conference finals, you can't get past the great teams playing ISO ball. And I feel like the guys being in the system haven't been in those situations. Borrego is coming on, but they also gained experience because they saw the breakdowns. They saw where things didn't work. So now you see, all right, look, you can take that and you can put that in your mental Rolodex. All right, look, I saw this. I remember this. Let's throw a wrinkle in there. Let's try something different. And I think a lot of times we blame it on coaching, but like it's the guys on the floor too who have to step up and be the change also.